I'm Linda, and today I'm talking about how to become a Christian. This is my new selfie stick. It's about 12 inches long, is super light and really simple to operate. It can also extend, like most of them, to about 3 feet, which is a really useful feature. And another great feature that it has, unlike my old one, is that this stick has no battery, so it doesn't need charging ever. You simply plug your phone in, press this button here, and it takes a photo or starts a video. It's a really simple design, but if you ask the person who designed it if it was simple, I suspect they would say that it was quite complex to design something this light and easy to use. So what we make of it is a matter of perspective. If you want to understand what makes it work, you could probably get lost in the complexity of the design. In a similar way, the question, how does one actually become a Christian, might seem really complex if you dive deep into the design, because there is some complex philosophy, history, and theology around it if you want to dig deep. Like this selfie stick that somehow works so well, it's incredibly simple and easy to become a Christian. It's essentially as easy as giving the selfie stick to a kid and saying, take the stick, plug your phone in and start clicking, and it will work. Because to become a Christian is to follow Jesus, that's it. Because Jesus is the centerpiece of Christianity. The religion is actually named after him, because Jesus is the Christ, meaning Messiah, and Christianity means following Jesus and his teachings. It doesn't matter what brand, Orthodox, Catholic, Protestant, we're all going to say the same thing. Jesus is the Son of God. He is God in the flesh, and what he did on the cross and in his resurrection is where the whole human problem of sin, suffering, and failure was worked out and resolved by God. So in its most simple form, to become a Christian is to follow Jesus. Jesus went around calling people to come and to follow him, and they became his disciples. He didn't give them great Bible studies about the 50 finer points of understanding theology, or let them follow him if they pass the test, because Jesus sees incredible potential in everyday people. He just called a guy called Matthew, who was a tax collector and was taking more than he should to line his own pockets. But Jesus saw potential in him and said, Matthew, you would make a great disciple. Come, follow me. And Matthew left behind his old life and followed Jesus from that day. And then Jesus saw some other guys making a living from fishing, and he said, come follow me. They dropped their nets, left their businesses, and they went and followed Jesus. And after he called them to follow him, just as they were, he began to teach them. His first big speech was the Sermon on the Mount, where he began to explain that the kingdom of God was all about these upside down values that, whether you're a Christian or not, are exactly what humanity is crying out for right now. Patience, grace, loving your enemies, kindness, mercy. Jesus said, this is what my kingdom is about. Then he began to lay out the case about what it means to be part of the kingdom of God is to follow him as Lord. So Jesus never said to become a Christian, first you need to learn the theology and then you can follow him. He simply called people, and then he taught them God's way along the journey of life. There is a whole lot of complex theology behind the Christian journey, because the relationship between God and humanity is complex. But that is a long journey that happens over time during the course of life, after we simply follow Jesus. If you want to follow Jesus, the way to do it is to make some kind of decision where you say, I will follow Jesus now on his terms. And then I'll start digging into what that means and what that needs to look like in my life. So thank you for listening today. We will be following this video with one about what happens next once you've decided you want to become a Christian or follow Jesus. So watch out for that video. Until next time, God bless you and watch over you.